this video, I'm going to be talking about using the light box method to trace an embroidery pattern onto a piece of fabric. There are other methods that use graphite paper, poking holes and using chalk. I find the light box method to be quick and easy, and you don't even need a light box, but if you have one, of course, that's very helpful. A light box is a instrument where you have a flat piece of glass or plastic that projects light through one image so that you can trace it onto the next one. You can totally use a window for this. A brightly lit window will work just as well as a light box in most circumstances. In this example, you don't really need either. It's just a brightly lit space. I have some scraps of very nice thin fabric here where you can actually just see the pattern right through it. You're going to want to cut your fabric to whatever size your project should be. In this case, I'm just doing a quick little example. You also want some tape. It's best if you would tape this project down. If you're going to be doing this through a brightly lit window, you absolutely want to tape your paper to the window and then tape your project right to the piece of paper. So make sure that you have the right side of your fabric facing up. You don't want to be tracing this backwards, especially if there were any text or writing involved. You would want to make sure that you had the right side of your fabric facing up. You want to have a nice, finely pointed pen or a very, very sharp pencil would also work. You can also get a water-soluble fabric marker that would, when you're finished, you can rinse it out of your project. This is an old microband pen. The most important thing is that you make a little test line on a part of your fabric that you're not worried about to make sure that, like a marker, for instance, might run into the weave of the fabric. You want to make sure that the mark that you make stays just where it's supposed to be so that you won't see this ideally once your tracing is finished. So with the project being visible through the fabric, you can go ahead and either start tracing using lines, or you can trace using dots if you are going to make a stitch where you want to be able to have very minimal coverage. Then dots can work really well so that you can just see the outline of your project without it having to be a solid line. If you are using a thicker fabric like a linen or a darker fabric, then going ahead and using a window or a light box is definitely easier. But for this example, it's pretty easy to just see right through there and transfer your design so that you can start stitching. Thanks.